Hello YouTube. I wanted to talk about my boat here. It's a Bass Hunter Bass Baby series, and I made a little bit of modification to it. What I did is I added some Scotty Mounts, just regular base mounts, and I went ahead and bolted it to the side of this boat here. And now I put 8 of them all the way around this boat, and on every single handle here, where there's a handle, it's a little bit thin here, I put a base mount here. And what that allows me to do is take these rod holders here, and I have 4 of them, and it allows me to switch them around and put them in different places. I don't have 8 rod holders, I just have 4 of them, and that's all I really need. You know, I've already been using it for a little while, and I really don't need anything more than that. And I use this anchor mount here. It's made by, you know, Scotty brand again, and it all works together pretty good. Anyway, this is the Bass Hunter Bass Baby model. It is 8 foot long and 4.5 foot wide. It works pretty good. It's very stable. I enjoy it very much. It does have these hatches here, which are not exactly watertight, but if you go and put a bead of silicone around the hatch and put some silicone on the rivets, it does become watertight. So the only thing I don't like about it is the hatches are kind of small. You know, as you can see my hand, you know, they're not too big. It does have a sock in here. That way you can put some stuff in there and then get your stuff out. And I just kind of keep some emergency supplies, you know, for my troll motor and stuff like that. It doesn't come with these seats here. It comes with some plastic bucket seats. I don't really like them, but you know, you can upgrade to these seats right here, and I got a pretty good deal on these from Academy. You know, like 2 of them for $50, which I didn't think was too bad. The other thing I have is this Motor Guide R3. Sorry if it's upside down. 45-pound thrust trolling motor, and I have a couple different props for it. Right now I have the 2-blade prop on there, and the other one I have is the 3-blade up here up front. It's supposed to be a little more weedless, the 3-blade, and supposedly the 2-blade is supposed to be better at, you know, open water, more torque, stuff like that. I don't know. I really can't tell the difference. And then again, I haven't really tried them both on the same day, so but both of them work pretty good, and both of them get out of the weeds because they end up chopping up the weeds anyway. So the other thing I added was this bilge pump here, because some days when the waters are really high, you know, the wind's blowing real, you know, strong, and the water waves are coming up, and you got an extra person up front, and you know, and you're going, the waves do start splashing over, and you do get water in this boat. So what I do is I keep a sponge in that basket there, and I keep this bilge pump, and normally it's hooked up. It's supposed to be mounted to. I have it mounted to my battery box, and I don't have the battery box in there right now. I'm not going to put it in there, but the mount is mounted to the battery box, and I do put this mounted to the battery box, so it just sits there, and then I attach the wires to the battery, and I have a on and off switch on top of the battery box, so I can just flip the switch and it starts just, you know, siphoning all the water out. So it works pretty good, you know, for what it does. And the other thing I did is I always put a paddle on this thing. I put a kayak paddle because originally that's what I had. I had some kayaks, and I sold one of my kayaks, and I bought this thing instead because two reasons. Not knocking the kayaks. I love kayaks, but two reasons. One, I wanted to put a trolling motor on it, free and easy without making too many modifications. Which this thing has a transom in the back, so it is easy for me to do that. Second of all, I love the extra room, especially when I don't have a person in front. I just take that chair out, and I got like a ton of room. I could stand up right here and just fish, you know, and no worries. Turn around, walk back and forth from the front to the back, and it's very stable. I put as many rod holders without worrying about flipping over or anything like that, and so the only downside is it's heavier than probably the heaviest kayak. That it's about 130 pounds, and my kayak, which was like I think it was 12 feet long, was only about 94 pounds or something like that. So I mean, yeah, you have the extra weight, but the good thing about this particular boat, which is the Bass Hunter Bass Baby model again, it does come with wheels in the back, and it does have these molded in handles here. So they, you just pick them up. It's got them in the front, it's got them in the side, the back, everywhere. So you just pick up the boat and just kind of roll it on those things. You could do it one person. It's better with two people, but if you got to do it by yourself, it's very doable. Oh, the other thing, I don't know if I mentioned this in the video yet, but when I did mount these, I drilled 4 holes here, and I just kind of bolted this here. There's not a lot of stuff in between here. It's just, real thick plastic, and then it has a little bit of foam there, and then that's it. So it's not going to leak. I put silicone in the holes, so it's not going to leak at all. And I was real happy with that. I put a lot of water in this boat already, and there's no water leakage anywhere, so that's good. The first thing I did, if you want to do this, is I drilled a hole right here. I just kind of held it where I wanted, drilled a hole right there, put the first screw in, and it kind of holds it steady while you drill the second hole and put the second screw in, and then after that you can just drill the rest of the holes. And it's pretty easy. It's time consuming, but you put away an hour and you got 8 mounts, or if you don't want to do all 8, it takes even less time. So the only thing here, let me see, that's kind of what it's there. It's 2-person or 400 pounds or 470 pounds, and motor gear and people and whatnot. So but I've put 2 people up here, plus gear and stuff like that, and I've already maxed that out. So and it floats pretty good, no problems, travels on the water really well. So that's about it. Next video I'll make, I'll probably show this thing on the water. So be looking for that video. And if you like this video, go ahead and check thumbs up or something. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.